welcome back. Welcome back to Elijah's Enlightenment. Another hiatus, another long break from YouTube. But as with any break, I think it was needed, and I think I learned a lot of lessons along the way. And I feel comfortable now coming back on and trying to, post a video and talk about some things that I've been thinking about and that I've been experiencing lately. This is going to be a quick video, just a daily check-in. And the theme is going to be something that I heard on a YouTube video talking about mindset. And this guy kind of broke it down, and he said there's two modalities of spending energy. You're either one, you're investing your thoughts, your emotions, your time, your energy, or you're spending it. When I first heard this, I was just kind of like, investing or spending. Okay, I didn't think this was going to be talking about finances, but it doesn't only apply to money. It really does apply to our thoughts. It applies to our emotions. And I've really been reflecting lately, and I've been going through somewhat of a rut again. And I realize now that I've just been spending, oh my gosh. I've been spending. I've been spending so much. Spending money, literally, on sugary foods and fast food. Spending my time and my energy doing things that give me pleasure in the moment, but they don't serve me in the long run. I've been spending my time thinking thoughts of, oh, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, you're not good enough, you're not there, you're not here. And I know this sounds repetitive from some of my other videos, but I guess even more so, I guess it's just a part of my life and something that I have to get through. It's okay to spend. And it's okay to invest, because just like anything in life, there has to be balance. But when we become off balance, when I became off balance, I found myself spending. And at the end of the day, I felt like a zombie. I felt like someone that was half a person, half a man. I was here, but I wasn't really here, if you feel me. Now, what does investing look like, right? When you go to the gym and you work out, and you're focusing on your body and your health, that's investing. When you take time to meditate and actually start your morning, or a midday meditation, or even like late night when you're about to go to sleep, and you sit with your thoughts and you just sit with them, you're investing. You're not actively thinking, you're not actively trying to be productive. You're investing in yourself, in your mental space, in your mental health. When you reach out to a friend, when you do something out of the kindness of your heart, not expecting anything in return, that's investing. The thing about investing is that you're always going to return with more than you put in. And it may not seem like that in the moment. It may seem like it's hard in the moment. It may seem like it's grueling and it's not worth it in the moment. But juxtaposed to that, you have people that spend. People that do things for that moment, but they don't think about the long term. And that's where I was. I have a job, I have hobbies, I have friends, I have people that can support me. I have, a purpose in this life, but I lost it. I lost it through material satisfaction. Buying something with my money, eating something, inhaling something, doing things physically that make me feel good, but at the end of it, after a week, after 2 weeks of doing that, I feel exhausted. I feel empty. I think it's important for us to realize that our bodies, our minds, and our spirits They need a little bit of both. You need to spend a little to really feel alive and to take pleasure in the things that are on this world to enjoy. But you also need to understand that we do need to invest. I do need to invest in myself. Because if I don't invest in myself, who's going to invest in me? Right? If I don't take care of myself, who's going to take care of me? It's something I've been thinking about. And I'm going to make it a priority now to invest in myself. When you have thoughts, when I have thoughts of doing something for the momentary satisfaction of it, all it takes is that split-second urge, and you want to splurge and you want to spend. But what happens if you overcome that urge? What happens if you say no? I know what I need to do. I know what I should do. I know what's going to make me feel good in the long term. It may not feel good now, but in the long term, I'm better for it. I think that's where our power comes from. And it can be something so small. And I think that's where I was getting tripped up. It's like, I want to invest in myself. I understand the concepts that I'm, researching. But when you have to put it into practice, when you have to not only preach it, but you have to practice it and apply it to yourself, that is the hardest part. I think the happiest that I ever was when I had little routines throughout my day. And looking back in hindsight, those routines, those little things that I did, those were investments. Waking up, journaling first thing you do, making a black cup of coffee and sitting, not going on my phone, not hitting anything, not watching TV, not going on YouTube, investing in myself. 15 minutes, that's all it takes. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you need, invest. Start small, it grows big. Going on a walk, being out in nature, focusing on the birds, focusing on the stream and just the beautiful things that are in this world. Invest in that because it will reciprocate tenfold to you. I have a big struggle in this life knowing that I'm a very deep and spiritual and intellectual person, and I know these things that I want to attain. But at the same time, I'm a 21-year-old guy. I'm living in Chico with my girlfriend. I'm far away from my family. I'm living the college experience. And I want to go out and I want to spend a little bit sometimes, and that's okay. And I can't beat myself up so much for that. And you can't beat yourself up for that either. No matter how old you are, no matter where you are in life, no matter where you're living. If you spend thoughts and time thinking negatively, you will see negative outcomes in your life. The law of attraction. I've been really into this law of attraction thing. I've really been into researching Neville Goddard and people of that nature. People just far ahead of their time talking about the power in thoughts. The power in just closing your eyes and imagining that you already have what you want. And live like that. If I live and I imagine that I have the body that I want, I have the confidence that I want, I have the poise and the grounding that I want in this life, subconsciously that's going to ingrain, subconsciously that's going to instill in my nature, and I'm going to do things without even thinking about it, and things will attract to me without even thinking about it that I want to manifest. It's okay to go out to the bar sometimes. It's okay to take the load off with whatever you choose sometimes. But when that becomes the main source and that becomes the main thing that you look forward to every day, when that becomes something that drives you, then you're lost. I was lost. Everything seemed to lack meaning until I got the fix that I wanted. I think it just comes down to willpower. I think it comes down to not thinking so much and just doing a little bit every day. You know, you hear those cheesy sayings, maybe they're not so cheesy, 1% better each day. Imagine if you got 1% better each day. In reality, 1% out of 100, I mean, that's so small. That's so small. But when you apply it to your life, it's like, okay, well, what does that 1% look like to me? What does that 1% look like to you? Is it eating breakfast when you normally skip it? Is it waking up 2 hours earlier when you usually sleep in? Is it taking a walk when you know that if you have the day off, you usually just sit inside and you don't do anything? Is it calling a friend when you know that you probably haven't kept in touch with them as you should? Is it simply sitting down out in nature for 5 minutes and saying, you know what, I'm good? That 1% can be anything that you want, and I'm trying to find that right now for myself. And so I encourage you all to stay afloat. I encourage you all to stay calm, stay present, stay grounded, because it gets hard. Life is hard. Growing up is hard. These lessons are hard. We have an ego for a reason, but we also have a deeper spirit. We have a deeper, higher being of ourselves that is calling for greatness, and you just have to sit and listen to it. You just have to sit and imagine that you are it, and that it is with you, and that you are the one, and that you have everything that you could ever ask for inside. Like, man, like when you really understand that, when you really live by that, and you really just take that in and sit with it, and you're like, you know what, I'm not where I want to be. Obviously, I'm a human being, and I want goals, and I have motivations, and I want to strive, always striving. But to bring it back down to earth and be mindful of, but I don't want to be in the rat race. I don't only want to be consumed by progress, material things, finite things. It's a beautiful thing. It's a powerful lesson. And so after taking a little break, I feel like I'm ready. I feel like I'm back on the path to become enlightened. I'm back on the spiritual journey that I want to be on. And if there's one takeaway from this video, even when you don't feel like you're doing what you should be doing, you really are. Even when you really don't feel like you're on your path and your purpose and you're not where you should be, you really are. Imagine that. You really are. Just be mindful of it. Everything is fleeting. Nothing is permanent. Except impermanence. It's all good. It's all good. So invest in yourself. Invest in things that fill you with love and peace and joy. And you know what? Spend a little bit too. Spend in things that give you pleasure. Spend in things that make you feel human. Because it's beautiful. What's up, man? No, you're good. You're good. It's a beautiful spot. It's a beautiful spot. Thank you for choosing me today. I appreciate you. And I love you all. And I love myself today. And I'm grateful for that. Peace out.